British DJs, an American voiceover. It's the Harley and Josh Show.
I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. I want to say this live on air, Harley, that I'm sorry.
I'm still mad.
Please don't hate me.
So, some of you who are listening live who may not realise... we haven't
Don't realise that they're listening live.
Who don't realise you're listening live.
Don't know where you are.
We're going to start with an apology, because apologies from my point of view. Sorry that we haven't uploaded last week's show to iTunes yet.
Housekeeping.
It's
And also, I deleted the audio for last week's one.
4 seconds before I went, can you just put it on the file? On the
I'm a
memory
terrible
stick for me?
person. So we're both horrible hosts.
Yes.
And we apologise for
However,
any inconvenience caused. Please stay tuned.
Does not affect people listening live. So if you are listening live, please tell everyone you know that you are listening live, whether you are listening from work, from your van, from your lovely home.
Azerbaijan.
From Azerbaijan.
We do have some fans in it. No, we don't.
Do we?
I don't know. I wish.
I really want
Good.
some.
Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure about their human rights records. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I want people listening to all over the world who want to know what's happening at the Swan on this Saturday.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, good. I'll take a flight.
Yeah,
I got time to take a fast train. Yeah. Cool. How you doing, Harley?
I'm good, man. You've already asked me this, and I went, wait, no.
We're in the van. We're careening down Colchester Road. I'm absolutely soaked, and I'm like, "How you doing?" Oh wait, no, we're not on air. I can't talk to you. Just like David Brown of the Rock Project says, I can't listen to you people when you're not on the radio because I feel like I'm in the podcast.
Yeah, no, he does feel like, for those people, when you're listening to podcasts, it sounds like you do get a certain edge of, it's like being part of
a conversation.
Yeah, you're sitting in on a conversation and not...
Yeah. But then when you're actually, but with us, it's weirder for us because, I listen back to it when we're sort of editing or like uploading things.
Yeah.
And then when I actually do talk to Harley because he is my friend, it's ruined. It's ruined because I'm like, we should be recording this right now.
Oh yeah, I did find it a bit weird when I met the guys from Sandspan's Radio, and there was that kind of
Plumbing the Death Star live.
Yeah, when they did that, and I met them and we met Jackson and stuff, and he was talking, and there was a point where I was like, oh. This is what his voice really sounds like, and it's exactly like what it sounds like in the radio. But I feel like I should have some headphones in when listening to him talk. Yeah, it's weird.
That's strange, isn't it? Yeah, just like, but so he when he talks he has to have a mic in front of him, and you have to be listening to it through headphones. So I don't know. That makes social interaction with him a little bit strange. He must feel a little bit. I don't know. Like people don't like the sound of his voice when it's just analog.
Yeah.
It must be converted.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, what have you been doing, Bowie?
Talking of microphones and stuff, for those
that was a loose one, but yeah, let's go for it.
Wait, I'm shoehorning it in. In you get.
Said he.
For those who are listening to the live show, because you wouldn't have listened to the recorded show yet, unless you're listening to this after we've
get there
released the backwards time.
Time travel. Yeah.
The universe is a donut.
We're there.
Okay. The SM7B is what you were using last week. Yeah. Great microphone. However, you really have to amp the gain up. So I bought this thing from a guy called Marty Audio.
Marty Audio.
On
Does he
eBay.
hand wire this stuff? Or?
All hand wire, and it's a little inline preamp booster that runs off phantom power.
Right. Oh, okay.
And it's so clean to the point that I can have the gain right down low. And I still get this real clear sound, and I've been using it for backing tracks, doing some backing vocals with Chart Attack for our upcoming gig, which is miles away. But
so there's a dynamic mic that needs phantom power.
Well, the mic itself doesn't need phantom power.
Right.
But because they're designed to go through preamps that can really give the gain.
Right.
On cheaper preamps you can get on some sound cards like the Focusrite Scarlets and the Sapphires, which I use.
I recorded most of this album on the Focusrite.
They're great.
Exactly right.
The Scarlets are great.
Yeah.
But the preamps on something like that, they don't have the cleanness that when you crank it up, you get a hiss. Okay. I'm sure if you're listening, if you're an audio person yourself, you get a preamp, you crank up the trim, and you get this kind of this awful hiss sound.
But don't subject them to it.
Yeah.
So for all you audio slaves, you want to get this. What's this? Marty Audio.
Marty Audio channel booster. It was under 50 quid, which there are other ones available for like 100 and something. And it just goes straight in line, runs off phantom power. It's all available on eBay. And it's really well built. And I'm really happy with that because I can get these real nice, close, quiet sounds.
Oh, right, yes. Just when you're recording your Barry White tribute band.
Yes. Not many people know I am a Barry White tribute band.
Just the whitest Barry White ever.
I'm still waiting for the suit to turn up to bulk me out and up and in every direction possible.
Some kind of a lot of lozenges to try and get the do.
Oh no, I get the voice. I'm not going to do it today because I've got a bit cold.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, I can do it most days. Good. It's me.
What you been gigging in?
I have indeed. Yes. I had as we were talking last week. We finished with some Mohawk music.
Lovely, we're down
because we were Darwin. I spoke to Spence and he asked me to help out with some dates, so we gigged together on Saturday at, I believe, the King's Arms in Great Cornard.
Right, okay, cool.
I don't know if you've played there yourself.
No,
it's a very lovely sort of... It's a locals pub. It seems like it's a lovely place, really well kept, and...
old place?
I think it's an old pub, but it's quite modern. It looks like it's been well maintained, right, okay, certainly. Yeah. And
updated.
Yeah, but it seems like there's a few places and a few pubs around where there aren't many other pubs around, so everyone just goes to this one place. So right, everybody knows everyone. Yeah. It was full of people, and we really enjoyed it. We were setting up, and they said, "Do you got any Pink Floyd?" We already had 2 Pink Floyd songs on the set, so we were just like,
"This is gonna be a good crowd."
Oh, I don't know. We'll see what we can work. What we can muster up.
I love that. Yeah, I love doing that. It's a little misdirect. Oh, maybe we'll jam something. We haven't rehearsed it 5 times in the past week.
In a rush?
Are you in a rush to hear it? Oh.
Hey.
So cool. So that was gig number 1.
That was gig number 1. Now I was really annoyed because as I hadn't really done much promotion for it, I wanted to just tell people I was there, so I did a Facebook Live video.
Nice.
And I was so annoyed. The next morning I watched it back, and the sound was absolutely awful.
Yeah, it's something about your phones. I find that when I'm recording, did it just sort of flux in and out, sort of thing? Something would be louder. It wasn't
like it was compressed. It was just distorted.
Right. Okay.
Most phones have a built-in compression.
That happened when we were doing a promo video, and I asked you to send me something, and it went super distorted.
Yes, that was actually my broken phone. This is a new phone.
This is a brand new phone.
Obviously, the way that the Facebook Live app works, it doesn't compress the audio properly.
No, it doesn't.
So
you need to do it like the Harley and Josh show does it.
Yeah.
With an actual preamp, a Sapphire 202, I might add.
Yes.
Which didn't hiss at the time.
No. And maybe a Marty Audio preamp booster.
There we go.
Actually, no, you probably don't want that. Yeah. But he does attenuators as well.
Okay. I have no idea what that is.
That brings your level down, attenuates your volumes.
Oh, okay.
So
there we go.
If you've got a mic that you need to bring it down with which you can't do with the gain, it brings it 20 dB
very nice.
Quieter, which is great. It does loads of stuff.
So are you thinking about doing this Facebook Live things a bit more often now?
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to say you're flying low, but
thanks. Yeah,
but I didn't want to do it live on the radio, but now I have.
I realised I can. I just realised my flies are undone.
Pull up, Harley.
Now, I should have just glossed through it because it's only you that can see. And obviously, you'd already noticed. Nice to know where your eyes are looking.
I'm the only person that ever stares at your crotch.
That's fine. Misses. Anyway, so I want to try and do some more Facebook Live stuff, just little bits here and there, because as you were talking about last week, how you have you have
channel
reminders to tell you when to post, which I would do, but I'm terrible listening to my phone. I'm constantly trying not to be a slave to my phone, because there's nothing worse than.
Don't fight it, man. We're all slaves. Slave to the rhythm.
I tend to, like, if I'm with you right now, I don't want to be on my phone posting about it. I want to be here with you, and when I'm in a gig,
because if we are self-employed and we're working, people should understand. Like, if you suddenly go on your phone, and because we do it together, like when we're in a room together, we will suddenly go and you're like, we're constantly apologizing. But I think if you can still multitask, you can still sit there and go, right, you're posting something.
I can't.
You can still listen to someone.
I can't.
I can, and I'm kind of constantly saying, I'm sorry, but I've just got to do this. This is work. And if you can say to somebody, this is work, and you're not just sitting there just like Snapchatting somebody with a stupid dog face, then it's fine, right?
Yeah.
But in this day and age, boy, like, we're stuck with this. We're stuck with this. We have to be on our phones, and we have to be if we're working on it. So don't feel bad. Like the reminder things, I really cannot stress how much it has really helped with me just to have something constant. I wish I'd thought about this ages ago, because it has really helped to just bring in more attention and a little bit more of a loyal following, because people know that at specific times I'm going to be posting something.
People who want to know what you're up to know that at some point around at least once a day, you'll tell people what you're up to. And do you? Is it every day? Is it once a day, or
absolutely every day?
Once or twice, or is it depend on the day?
Right, so I've got once on Instagram, once on Facebook, 4 or 5 times on Twitter, depending. So, and then maybe another one on Instagram, another one on Facebook later on.
And obviously, it changes various depending on which platform. So Twitter, you can get away with posting more regularly.
Yeah, and just opinions. Like if you just I'll keep mine music based. Or based on to do with what I'm doing towards the album, or even if it's just what I'm doing towards getting gigs and things like this.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of one of those things where, as long as you've got a clear message, then you can just post up about anything, really.
Yeah.
Not just posting up about just racist, horrible things.
Yeah.
That's not just what Twitter's for.
And if you get a message or you get someone comment, how are you quick to respond? Do you try and, because I know with Facebook it says
only if it's a question. Only if it's a question. I I have a thing, because if you wanted to respond to absolutely everything when somebody goes, oh great photo, or really enjoyed this, then you are going to be bogged down. That's when it gets ridiculous. But if somebody says, oh, when are you playing next, or what do you think is the best way to get a gig, then I will reply. So I mean, but like you say, if you said this last week as well, that people do in this day and age, we are expected to reply because we can. So there's that issue of, if you are sitting there going, you are in the middle of a family dinner, or you are sitting there in a funeral, you simply, like, if somebody suddenly says to you, oh, what's your favourite cheese? You're not going to suddenly be like, oh, you've got to get back to this immediately.
What made me think about this, I ordered a new car horn on eBay. And it turned up, and
is it like a horn you blow and like a car arrives? You're like, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's
you're under a new business idea.
Much easier than Uber, and less frowned upon by taxi drivers, because the taxi drivers will hear the car horn. No, it's a thing that you hit the bit when you're driving, the bit in front of you, the steering wheel.
Right.
If you push that middle bit down, it makes a noise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
But don't push too hard, because then it'll
like Bomber the Hobbit.
You'll set the airbag off.
Good. With my face just kaboom! Head bang on the steering wheel.
So I ordered a car horn, but it turned up and it had been broken in the packaging. In transit.
What does the horn actually sound like? Do you push it down? It goes, it's the Harley and Josh show.
Yes, no, it's
on Harley's band.
It just does on iRadio. It does that bit. Yeah, no. So, but I messaged the guy, the seller, and went, sent the picture and said, look, this is broken. Obviously done it in transit. Whatever. Can you send me a new one, please? That'd be great. But I sent that message knowing that I'm not going to get a response back till.
This is a Sunday.
This was this morning, but I knew I'm not going to get a response back until either the end of today or tomorrow, because on eBay usually you do wait 24 hours before you get a response, because that's generally how it goes, and I'm used to that, and I go, well, that's fine.
Right, so what happened?
I haven't had a rest about this morning.
But I mean, I think it's different because you expect it.
Yeah, but on Facebook, I'd expect a response within a couple of hours.
Right. Yeah.
Which is, I don't think is.
No, well, you got to gauge it. Like, if it, depending, like I said, if it's asking you for the favourite cheese or something like this, then who gives a crap?
What is your favourite cheese, by the way?
Red Leicester.
Oh, good job. Oh, okay, yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Anyway, but yeah, like if somebody says like, look, I need a poster, or I need just details on how many of you are going to be turning up, what kind of gear, your pat test certificate, that kind of stuff. It has got to be quick.
Yeah.
Or no, what's your favourite cheese, and can I have your pat test certificate? I will answer them both.
And in terms
there are grey areas.
Right, that's good. Yeah. I mean, if you've put cheese on your rider, then what is your favourite cheese is quite an important question.
Cheese on rider. Yeah.
That's a good band name.
There we go. No. Right, so you had Mohawk gig. Other gigs?
Space Rocks gig.
Space Rock's gig. Yeah, sorry, it wasn't a Mohawk gig. It was a Space Rock's gig.
Yeah, that was my only one. I was hoping to go and be at the Duke of York on Friday.
Oh yeah.
I felt so. I had this horrible cold, and I was Friday night. I was just like, nah, go to bed.
Well, as we talked about Duke of York, do you mind?
Let's go because you shared some pretty cool pictures. So I think you were there.
I love this band so much, and they put on an absolutely fantastic show with all of their mates involved. This is 6 Feet Under from the new album Sermon for the Non-Believer, all available on iTunes and everything like this. This is Hot Tramp, ladies and gentlemen.
Hot Tramp. Hot Tramp.
Oh yes, that was 6 Feet Under by Hot Tramp.
Hot Tramp.
Hot Tramp. Hot Tramp. Hot damn Hot Tramp.
Hot Tramp.
Yes, I must admit that was I don't know why I must admit it. It's just common fact that was a fantastic show last Friday. Hot Tramp and Friends. I think that was a good way of promoting the gig actually, because they've obviously got a bunch of friends, like
Yeah.
I like to count us as two of them.
Right. Yeah.
But like
Josh did tell me he doesn't like you.
Oh, that was me talking about myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why if I only just realised you
had a
and
Harley
Josh
and Josh
have the same
conversation
name?
and I wasn't there? It sucks. Anyway, so because Hot Tramp have had multiple people playing with them in the past. They've had Giles King, which is on that record.
Yeah.
Reese Slyome from the Downsetters playing keys, and also Hannah Hinchliffe, who plays the baritone on Cloud 9, I believe, on the album, available on iTunes. But it could have also meant Hot Tramp and Friends that they had support band. So I think that was just a good way of marketing it. Marketing it. People were like, oh, okay, am I getting two bands or am I getting a special guest performance? It's quite good for that. So they did have Giles King and Reese Slyome on stage with them. And this really nice organ things going on. Reese was playing on his Nord. What's this?
Liver.
Yeah, no, more of a pancreas.
Yeah,
but it was just a bile. No, it was this beautiful, like churchy, gospel-y organ sound that he had, and in between the songs, because of this whole sermon for the non-believer kind of vibes that they were doing, in between he'd be sort of playing just normal little, like noodly kind of organ riffs, and then Josh would be talking to people just like, oh, welcome to the Church of Hot Tramp,
that's cool.
It's very good. So it felt like, because the first track on the album is called Testify, and it's got all these vibes in there, so they kept that character going along. But then Giles joined in the second set, and then that's when I put my earplugs in. I still wanted to listen to him, but I just did not want to be deaf.
Yeah.
But it was such a great performance. Like, Josh came out into the crowd, dancing with people. It was a really packed out night. Just fantastic. I went down with Frankie and Murray. Murray had been mixing the tracks from the album all day. It amazes me how that guy doesn't have really tired ears. Like, when you're just using your ears all day, just making sure that the right frequencies are sitting in the right places, and then you still want to go out.
You do have to take breaks, don't you, to sort of stop you.
And it's not as if you're going out and watching Meg Burrows or something lighter. It's something heavy and Hot Tramp, like you're going out and just going to blister your face off, Yeah, hot and trampy, just like you.
Sounds like my Saturday night. No.
Well, my Saturday night.
Go on.
Pretty good as well, I've got to say.
Okay.
Because not only was Hot Tramp playing this weekend, we also plugged this next gig on the show last week, which the Thinking Men. The Thinking Men, and Men. Because Thinking Men plus Ghosts of Men and Strike the Sun were playing at the Swan.
Did any of them play the 2.5 Men theme tune?
Men! Men. Thinking Men. Ghosts of Men and Thinking Men. Strike the Sun! No, I did. I accidentally missed Strike the Sun. I got there too late as I was stuck in the mix with Murray. We were making a cake. It wasn't nothing to do with the album. But yeah, I'd been itching to see Thinking Man for ages. Obviously, I've been playing them on the show.
Yep.
And they did not disappoint. It was absolutely fantastic. Really, really great show. Nick Cavey kind of vibes with this again with that kind of that vintagey gospel kind of things, because they've got this great keyboard player. She's got this Korg, which has a fantastic organ sound to it.
Yeah, to have a nice rotary kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's
got this real kind of horrorcore kind of vibe about it. So yeah, it got this kind of B-movie kind of scary movie thing going on.
Yeah.
In sound. So and then, but the singer Johnny came out into the crowd and was standing on the bar, and he's got this nice Telecaster that he was playing through. Would bring the mic out. Ian Crow was doing the sound. From Universal PA.
Nice.
And I was like, he brought the mic out into the crowd. He's just like, what? How did it not feed back? I guess I've done a very good job. So yeah, and but he would brought the mic stand up onto the bar with him and everything. It was a really, really great audience interaction that he had with him.
Nice, man.
But yeah, I'd listened to One More Want to Be Good. They played that, nailed it. It was awesome. The bass player was playing this really nice electric upright double bass.
Yeah.
But without all the wings on the side, it was just very slimline. I think his name was Duncan or something. I can't remember. But yeah, they really knew how to get their sound for that space. And it's just they just had the right gear, the right sound, the right attitude towards the crowd. And there were mosh pits and stuff. I'm just saying, I was a little bit involved in a few mosh pits, and I had lots of beers built down me, and I was fine with it, because that's just what happens, right?
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't know. Sometimes when I sort of see people getting annoyed when they're in a mosh pit and they've got beers built on them, it's just like, well, you are flailing about like an idiot. You can't expect to keep dry. It's just stupid, isn't it? So yeah, then Ghosts of Men came on. 2 people just absolutely blowing the roof off the place. I never realised really just how good they are at writing hooks. Right, with Hey Now and Little Death, and they've just got these fantastic, when Breathe In, they've got these fantastic ways of having a chorus that repeats itself. Doesn't sound too just easy and simple, but it's still something that you're just like, oh, we sung it once, maybe if I sing it here now, oh yeah, I've got it. You don't, sometimes with music you can get a little bit too pretentious and just be like, oh, okay, just make it a real poem and only sing something once, because the audience gets it, they're really clever. It's like, yeah, the audience is clever, but just because you're clever doesn't mean that you don't want to sing along to something simple.
Oh yeah, that's it. Like, it's all about those songs that are really in depth, that with lots of words and very intricate lines, are great if you're in a place that you can really take them in.
If you're in, if you're Leonard Cohen, it's just...
in a live venue, you probably don't have the mindset where you want to stop and listen to every word and the articulation behind it. There are some songs that are much better in a studio and some songs that are much better live.
I do think there's been a move to that a little bit more with the Thinking Man's style music. Thinking Men have got this real Nick Cave kind of vibe about them, right?
Yeah.
Nick Cave does know how to do hooks, but he's also very much about the stanza. He's about the prose of the writing. It's kind of, you're listening to a poem. But the Thinking Men, and I'm trying to do the same sort of thing, Ghosts of Men are doing it, where you do have an interesting lyric, you do have an interesting story you're listening to, but there are motifs that pop in there that you can latch onto and sing back, because we're live bands, we're live acts, we're there for people to be entertained by. And I don't know, if you're constantly trying to confuse someone, I think there is a move towards that a lot more nowadays, where there's people that have got good, intelligent music, but they still don't want to go over people's heads. They want people to be involved.
I think that will always change as the way we listen to music changes.
Yeah, I get that.
Music is a lot more of a personal thing now than it was, because people aren't relying on radio like they used to listen to their music.
They're relying on podcasts.
Am
I right?
Yeah. Now, stuff like Spotify, streaming services means you can listen to music on your phone and you can listen to exactly what you want to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, if you're in a space where you can digest that kind of music, then you'll listen to that. Whereas if you're going for a run or doing music, doing some work, like building a shed or something, something just to keep the silence away. You probably don't need some you don't want to listen to War of the Worlds whilst you're sort of...
Oh, I don't mind that.
But
of course, yeah. But Murray was saying the same thing, though. Sometimes it can let you down. Spotify playlists do have the kind of the monopoly on people finding new music nowadays, because it's just like nice and easy, press a button, then off you go. But he said that he's finding it more and more difficult to get something to latch on. Like, he'll just be like, oh, that's just another song, oh, it's just another song. Because it's not so much of the music, it's more just the fact of how easy it is, that you just sort of click on something and then you'll get something new. Whereas I'm not doing that so much nowadays. I get like a weekly playlist on Apple Music that I listen to, and sometimes that's pretty good. But a lot of the time I was saying to him, how I find the music for this show is I literally look at the gigs going on near us this week, and I will just basically look at the bands, listen to them. If I like them, then I'll put them on the show, or I'll buy the album and I'll listen to it myself. So I end up being able to get new music quite simply. I mean, I don't spend weeks and weeks and weeks doing this. I spend, who has time to do that? Right?
No, exactly.
Like, so I end up just spending, half an hour, not even that, sitting down, listening to music, thinking, that's nice, I'm going to buy that. That's nice, I'm going to buy that, and I'll just listen to it over a while. Or even just if these bands are, got a good head about them and they're on iTunes, they're on Spotify, all you have to do is just, like them, follow download it so it's offline or whatever, and you end up something different. But in terms of global bands and things like this, and more nationwide stuff, keeping on the BBC introducing podcasts, and keeping on just listening to the radio when I'm driving, that kind of stuff, and Shazamming things. Yeah. Obviously, when I'm not driving.
I'm fairly, I don't want to say anti-radio,
right?
But I feel for a long time... What?
You can't say that. You're on the radio.
Oh yes.
You utter fool.
Oh, no. Okay.
I'm not anti-radio, but it's kind of like that whole like I'm not racist, but I'm not anti-radio, but like, what are you gonna say?
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. I didn't say anything. Please don't fire me.
You're a volunteer. You can't be fired.
Oh yeah. Cool. I can say what I like. Anyway.
I don't think it works like that, actually.
Damn it. Okay. So. I'm fairly against mainstream radio.
Right, okay, good.
Just because I find it happens so often. Like, there's a particular artist that, to my knowledge, I don't know a single person who likes them.
Right.
Yet the only place I ever heard their music was on Radio 2, and they were bigging this artist up as if they were the biggest thing since sliced bread.
Are we allowed to know who it is?
I don't want to say, because no one really cares about them anymore anyway. But...
Well, there we go. Oh, okay.
Sorry. But I don't want to, like, publicly slag...
Shame him. Why not?
Yeah. Well, that's because I don't...
Go on.
Because then I don't want it... Because then I might get proved right. People
Have some balls.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Emily Sandé.
Right, okay.
Who, message us. If message us, tweet us if you are a big fan of Emily Sandé, because I don't know anybody who likes her. I don't know anybody who cares about her music. But there was a point on Radio 2 where they were like, "She is the best musician in the world.
Right, yeah.
She's playing with the."
I've got to be with you there. Like, Glastonbury, we got to hear. Don't. Well, there we go. We got to.
That was a peacock.
We were at parking. Well, I was parked, but we were camping near the other stage, which is where she was playing.
Yeah.
And I've got to say that she was flat, like, most of the time. And I'm like, I know that you're a better singer than that. So, I don't know. That tarred my opinion over a bit. So, okay. All right. This is fine. You can say you don't like someone, Harley.
I would love to have a band that no one's ever heard of.
Right.
Or an artist that no one's ever heard any of their stuff before.
We've both got that already.
Me more so. And have their song play twice a day on Radio 1 for 2 weeks. And see what kind of revenue they get from that in terms of...
I think
how many artists will then go, oh, they must be good because they're on Radio 1 or Radio 2.
Yeah.
And because I think they do hold a large part of the media that kind of influence.
Yeah. And I think this is kind of already a nice point that's been proved by the Gorillaz. Remember the Gorillaz, like when they were releasing stuff, and you're like, who are these people? And it's a cartoon, and you didn't know who the musicians were. You weren't going to go see them gig because they're cartoons, and it's just they're playing on the radio, and you're just like, people don't know who this band is. Obviously, it comes out, there's Damien Albarn, but it's Damien Albarn. Sorry, I was getting mixed up with David Byrne from the Talking Heads. I
was thinking Ed Byrne.
Oh, okay, I was thinking Ed Barnes. But he
Ed Barnes, because he's in Gorillaz.
You can't run IO radio as well as in the part of the Gorillaz. But so it's that great thing of like the fact of it kind of trolled radio a bit. It's that thing of it trolled the music industry into thinking that I don't know, like you don't have to be out there gigging all the time. But it's still it's sort of shining a little mirror at them, just going, look, you're promoting a cartoon on the radio. Yeah. So James Hicks, the drummer for the JS and the Lockerbillies, who is going to be on this record, he is working on a project with Tom from Coco and the Butterfields called Puppets. It's Puppet with a Z, and they've got the same thing. They've got this fantastic new music that nobody knows that it's them writing it, and it's just I'm just let you in on the secret there, ladies and gentlemen. But they've got these videos coming out that are absolutely fantastic. But they're not gigging it. They're not doing any of this sort of stuff just yet. Watch this space. But people are loving it. So it just shows that radio still has a big part to play.
Yeah.
And doing it on podcasts and things like that really does have a big part to play. It's just having that gatekeeper and trend-setting kind of things that some hosts have that it's difficult for some people to lock into nowadays because it could be anybody.
And I think it's worth saying that I don't think it's a case of that the radio are they the people who
Fake
stop
news.
They're the people who are stopping good artists getting into the mainstream or whatever.
In some cases, definitely, but I think Spotify playlists are doing that more than Radio House nowadays.
You think they're shutting certain artists out for the more popular ones, and sort of
exactly.
It's a parabolic.
There is a bit of payola going on. I mean, I'm not. There is a slow-moving coup in the music industry, but there is a bit of that. Because there is this money and influence kind of thing that happens in all industries. Oh, Harley got us stuff. He pulled the short straw on the Mikado chocolates that we're eating.
It's literally just the pretzel bit.
No. Oh, buddy. But there is that thing where it's who you know. If you know somebody that's making a playlist on Spotify and it's doing well, that thing is the playlisters could be anybody. But it's the same thing as pages and blogs and things. If they've got more subscribers, they've got more followers, then they're going to have more influence. And after a while, there are ways of boosting that doesn't come from hard work.
Yeah.
It doesn't come from actually going out there. Like Daniel Lee Harvey makes playlists on Spotify and they do well. He's out there and he's working hard finding music.
You know what we should do?
What's that?
Which was what we were talking about.
Start a podcast.
We're talking, we should. We were talking with Steve from Barnes & Mullins, who are one of the suppliers for Western Music.
Just over the road, Western Music on Norwich Road.
Yes. Who sold me a lovely Trace Elliott Elf amp. Anyway, we'll talk about that another week because I'm going to be liking that for a while. Right. But we said that we should make a playlist of all the artists that we play on the show.
Yeah.
We should make a Spotify playlist of the artists we play on the show.
And let us know, guys. Would you subscribe to that? Would you listen to this? Would you want to follow that playlist?
Please do. We're going to do it anyway. But
we're going to do it anyway. But it's it'd be nice to just because, especially for us to delve into all the music that we've played on this show. Yeah, it's crazy just how much that we've discovered. I'm not saying that we've discovered it and other people wouldn't have found it otherwise, but no, discovered for ourselves over our time doing this podcast. But it would just be really nice to be able to hear all that music without us blooming talking.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, if you
maybe the people that listen to this for the first time, like, oh, I like the music they're playing, but I just don't like them.
Yeah, no, that's completely understandable. We fully understand. So
that's right. We could take us out and just be the And Show, and then you'll have some music. It'd be great.
The And Show. That's what we'll call the playlist. The And Show. Yep. No, that's going to happen. Yeah, we'll get started on that straight away.
So just quickly, just do a little bit update on the album. If that's cool.
Yeah.
As we've been working really hard on doing, Murray's been printing the buses.
We worked hard last week.
Yeah.
I had my arm.
Yeah.
Was a mess.
There is a photo up on the JS and Lockerbillies page of Harley Cotton of the Harley and Josh show, full on, just getting into the mix with his tambourine.
There are so many levels to tambourine that I previously didn't realise.
I doubt there's anybody that goes away from a recording session after doing tambourine thinking, I'm really good at tambourine. I did it.
Yeah.
And I've done it on a different record, and I'm just like, I really suck at this. It seems like an interesting and easy thing. New.
It was the fast bits that I struggled with. The triplet.
Yeah.
That was a real hard one for me.
Yeah, really difficult. But so you fitted really nicely into the mix. Really,
great.
Really
so I actually made it. I wasn't sure if you were going to.
You guilted me. You guilt tripped me.
Delete.
And I thought, right, okay, well, I've got to get this guy on the album, haven't I?
You have, yeah. To be fair, it's probably going to sell a lot better now.
Yeah.
Now you've got a celebrity.
Sex appeal.
And sex appeal.
Yeah.
There's nothing sexier than my tambourine.
Please, everybody donate to the sex appeal. Harley needs it.
That's a good bad name.
So Murray's been printing the buses. I always think that when you are bouncing a file down into a WAV file, sorry, I might have lost some people there, but it's that thing of when you've got a look at recording session and you've got lots of different tracks. So you'll have the guitar track, the bass track, the drum tracks. And we've actually got we got 2 or more channels for most parts. So the drums have got 15 channels on there. The bass parts have got 2 channels. The guitar parts have got 2 channels. All this sort of stuff. But they're all running through, Harley knows this, but these are running through buses that have effects on them. Which, if you think of a bus, just like an actual bus, lots of different people.
Each channel is a person.
Yeah.
And a bus is where you put all the channels, all the people.
So that they can get to the same place.
At the same time.
Which is, the outputs. So Murray has been printing that bus, which basically means that it's just putting all the people on the bus, a big snapshot, and having that as one big photo sort of thing. But it's the whole album. But so what is it about? I don't know. You might not. You'd probably be sitting there going, I don't know. But the difference between bouncing a file down and doing a print bus.
I don't know.
Right? Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't want to just assume you didn't know.
Honestly, because you shared a video of it, and I was like, I see people do that. That's not something I do, but I don't know why. And I'm
Murray
sure
will have a good answer. If only we had a call-in phone or a little red telephone for Murray to be like, "No, you idiots! It's because this." But he's actually hard at work on doing it now. So Murray was doing that, and I was doing the album artwork with Christos Mialis.
Oh yes, cool.
I was just showing Harley some of the pictures that we took down on the seafront for the album cover, and I'm actually really excited about how this is going to look. To be honest, it's going to be pretty cool. So that's been that, and also collating lots of different pictures of the recording process. And I've got it now. I'm gonna say this to you live on air, Harley. There is a picture of you on the album sleeves.
Yes.
There we go. And it is the one that you will see, ladies and gentlemen. If you go on the JS and Lockerbillies page, you will see a picture of Harley going at it with a tambourine, and that will be.
I'm not sure if
album.
I shared it on my Harley Cotton Musician Facebook page, but if I haven't, I will. I will do.
But basically, I've gone like a chronological photo timeline of everything. So it starts off with the drum tracking, then goes into the horn track, and then it goes into the backing vocals and the percussion, and then it goes into keyboards and bass, and also guitar, and then goes into vocals, then it goes into tambourine, and then it goes into the mixing and the mastering stage, and also there's the harmonica in there as well, obviously. So it's going to be quite a nice little thing for people to look into, but. We're also sort of toying with putting lots of different photos on the front cover as a mosaic to make up the full album cover. So I don't know. We're going to see how that pans out, whether it looks good or not. So, but the rest of this week is going to be more of the same. Just talking to Adam Merchant from Ghosts of Men, who I'd like to play at the end of the show, if you don't mind.
Oh, please do.
I absolutely love the band. So that we can listen to basically his company
Yeah.
Which is all for local musicians. If you're a musician, you listen to this and you're thinking about merchandise, you're thinking about t-shirts, you're thinking about badges, CDs, posters, printing, all this sort of stuff, go to Fresh Prints.
I love that.
On Facebook. That's great, right? Fresh as in just fresh, and prints as in, like printing.
The Fresh Prints.
Yeah. So, yeah, I do love a good pun, and I think that might have been what sold me on using that company.
I will
plus
go.
Being a fan of the band, it helps.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to be talking to them about the prices look quite agreeable, so it should be fine. And yeah, now I'm just waiting for all the money to come through on Kickstarter.
Nice,
because that's everybody did really well.
That takes a couple of weeks.
2 weeks, 2 weeks collecting things. But also, if anybody here has donated to the Kickstarter, first, thank you. Secondly. If you haven't checked it recently, please check your account on there and stuff, because at the end of a crowdfunding thing, what most people do will send out surveys and questions to the backers so that they can get either addresses to mail the rewards to, like the album, or an email address for me to send digital files to once that's done. But also, I've been doing guitar lessons and double bass lessons and vocal lessons from, for people that had backed the project with £35 or more.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I need people to reply to me with what they want to learn. There's some people that just sort of like, I want a guitar lesson. Okay, so what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of a big thing that I've pledged to crowdfunding campaigns before. But I don't get I never got really any interaction after the project. To be like, please can I have your money? Please can I have your money? Okay, deadline's here. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
A lot of games that I've donated to will literally just, you'll donate 20 quid, which is more than you'd pay for the app on the thing. And then they'll get the money and then it will just go into development and then you'll never hear from them again.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, I'm trying to make it very much so that doesn't happen with us.
Was that a game, or there was something that happened like that on Kickstarter where they were like, yep, no, we're going to make a thing, and 2 years later, then they just disappeared.
Yeah. Take the money and run.
And that doesn't happen too often, so don't be discouraged by stuff like that. But
just know that there are trolls. There are Kickstarter trolls.
You did have some trolls on your one,
didn't you? I had some trolls on ours. Yeah, we got to the last minute of the Kickstarter campaign, and we had just hit the target. We were at 5,520, and then somebody pulled out. 2 people pulled out. Sorry, of backing the project. They were anonymous on there, and just took out their bid.
Yeah,
15, 30 seconds beforehand. Ooh. Luckily, another person came in and donated that brought the total back up to what we needed. But I thought, man, people do that. People go onto people's Kickstarter pages, donate, and then the last minute take their bid away. Which I'm like, that must not just happen to me. That must happen to a lot of other poor sods.
I think it must be people who go, I want it to get there, but if it can get there without me spending any money, that would be great. And if you're that person,
screw you, man.
I'm not gonna swear on the radio because we're not allowed to. And
that's a D move.
Yeah, that is a D move. Yeah, you're a piece of shirt.
Specifically the cuff. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
I might just if I want to offend someone.
There we go.
you're the cuff, mate.
Yeah, the cuff. So, Harley, do you have any shows coming up this week?
I have. Yeah, I've only got a private show coming up.
Oh, lovely. What's that?
However, it's with the Mementos.
Nice.
We got a birthday party, I believe. It's our first one with our new keys player, Dom Lewis, which I'm really looking forward to.
Nice, lovely, yeah.
Which is it's great. We had one rehearsal. We fit in really nicely. We rehearsed at Aquajet, which is where Rob and Laura work.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to that. They're letting us get there nice and early, cool. So we're going to set up and have a proper sound check and make sure everything's really good ready for the show.
What's the venue?
I don't know that bit yet.
Okay.
I will find out roughly
That's
Saturday
the lovely
morning.
thing about being a dep. You're just like, hey, I'll be there. Just tell me when.
I'm not even a dep, and I don't know.
Oh, that's true. Sorry, yeah, of course you know. Sorry.
But also, this Friday, I'm really looking forward to. I'm going down to Southend to go see Jamie Lenman, supported by Lower Lower.
We've been talking. Lower Lower as well, who we played on this show.
Yes.
So Ruben fame.
Yes.
Mr.
I was
Jamie
really
Lenman.
hoping to go with Rayner. Unfortunately, his work.
He had to rain on your parade.
He did. His work shifts wouldn't allow for it. So
I'm really proud of that
I think
joke.
I'm hopefully going to go. I'm just going to gloss over it. I'm going to just go. Hopefully, I'll be going with Tubbs from Chart Attack and David Brown from Rock Project.
Lovely, cool. That'll be really fun. I would like to say quickly tonight it is Chinese New Year, ladies and gentlemen. So if you even just like Chinese food, or you are from China, we are playing. Me and Mr. Tom Scandalous McCarthy.
Scandalous.
Are playing at Chinese Checkers in Stowmarket tonight.
Awesome.
Which is Kezia's father's restaurant, which will be which is Tom's lady friend. So that's going to be really fun, and I get some free food. Probably only a small amount. I'm going to get the scraps, but it's going to be a really fun night. I really can't wait.
Hey, leftover Chinese is always the best.
Exactly right. Yeah, actually, it's as long as it's reheated, I can't wait. But yeah, I've got I'm playing double bass for that one, and Tom McCarthy's playing my acoustic, so it's going to be really fun.
Sweet.
So that's going to be tonight. This Friday, also, I'm going to be doing the sound for a very important local band that we've never spoken about on this show before.
Ever.
They're called Impilo.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, we talk about them every week.
Have we? I don't know.
No, maybe we don't. They're playing at the Golf Hotel on
sweet.
Foxhall Road.
Nice.
We've played there a couple of times. I played there for Christmas Eve last year, which was absolutely lovely. So if you're around this Friday night, check out Impilo at the Golf Hotel. Details up on their Facebook page. We have some gigs coming up locally. However, though, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about other people. Lovely, talented people from our local industry and further afield. We have Phil Jackson has a new album coming out. It's called Seasides, as in C, the letter C. I see what he did there. I see what I did. Just saying C a bunch of times. So Phil Jackson will be playing with his album launch, which is all original stuff, here at the Smokehouse this Thursday, 7:30, and it'll be supported by Izzy's daughter. Sorry,
lovely.
Right.
I played with her at Latitude a couple of years ago.
Nice. Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Woo, he's talking about Latitude again. Woo.
Come on.
So he could dish it out, can't he? So we've got also
you.
The fantastic band that we have played on this show maybe once. Hot Tramp are playing this Saturday at the Bull in East Dereham. That's quite a long way up, but Dereham's quite nice. I remember I played a gig in Dereham, a private gig, and I kept on calling it Dereham. And my dad laughed at me because I'm an idiot. Dereham, boy, Dereham. So, yeah. Also, this Friday at the Red Rose Chain, some vintage, nice, close harmony music going on at the Red Rose Chain in Ipswich. The Femmes, 7:30. If you like your doo-wop kind of sounding stuff with your boogie woogie bugle boy from Company B, then you can come down to the Red Rose Chain in Ipswich. That's a lovely venue. Have you been there?
I haven't.
It's beautiful. So if you know where the train station is,
I do.
Okay, so it's basically near the train station for anybody that's listening and doesn't know Ipswich very well. But for you, you go past the train station on your left. There's the traffic lights, and you go underneath the bridge.
Yep.
And you keep going up that hill, and there's Chantry Park.
Sorry, I stalled. Sorry.
Oh, right, okay, go back in gear.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, there he is. He's got his new horn. So yeah, you go past Chantry Park. On the green on the right, and there's this beautiful old building on the corner just before you turn left.
Beautiful.
It's lovely. It's this really nice old Tudor-looking building that is being used for. I went there with Starteast for the Network Jam.
Yeah.
For seminars, but also they use it as a theatre.
Yeah.
Fantastic place. If you can make it down there, that'll be fun. The Femmes
I'm
this
there
Friday,
now.
7:30.
I'm there now.
Yes,
outside.
yeah, in your mind, the imaginary magical mystery tour.
The magical bus.
Magic bus. Right. Okay. Sorry, we got kind of the Who on it.
Okay,
so
yeah.
next we have Leisure Tank and Kulk, as well as Ghosts of Men.
Woo.
Never heard of him. John Peel Centre. This Saturday, 7:30. That is John Peel Centre. If you want to see some Ghosts of Men and hear what we've been talking about, this Saturday, 7:30 at the Smokehouse, right here at home, is Chemikill, Con Party and Organ of Corty. I believe that's done by Darren Smith, but that will be a fantastic gig. Nice. Check that one out if you want something heavy. And also at Three Wise Monkeys, we can't not mention Three Wise Monkeys on this show.
Nope.
We have Litter of Kings, Denial Twist, the Lamplight Club, and Chopper 4 this Friday at 8 at Three Wise Monkeys in Colchester.
Sweet.
Now, just to round that off, I am doing a solo show and debuting new songs from the JS and the Lockerbillies album.
Awesome.
I got to debut a couple of them last Friday at the Woolpack. Next to Christchurch Park. Betty Turner, a favourite of the Harley and Josh show, was supposed to be playing, but she had to pull out because she's going to do a big show in Germany. So I filled it. Right, it's great. I filled in for her for Marita, the landlord's 5-year anniversary. And Gav Mack was there with his girlfriend Ellie. And we had a bit of a shut-in, but I was playing some of the new songs just for the people that were there having some munchies. Nice. But now I'm going to be doing it full-on. New album, every song from it, this Saturday. At Copa's.
Oh, Coppers.
It's Copa's.
Copas. It's Copas. Ask them.
It's the Copas Cabana.
When you get there, go, how's it pronounced? Copas.
Right, Copas. I'm going to call it how I want to.
I will ask you on Monday.
Potato Patates. All right? So, that's going to be this Saturday from 9 o'clock. If you're in Felixstowe area, come on, Darwin. Copa's Cabanas.
They must get so much promotion just from us arguing about how it's said.
We should get paid for this. We
should.
Oh man, then maybe I would. Just living on soup.
At least a free mojito.
Oh yes.
Or as you might call it, mojito.
Mojita. Thank you very much. I love Mexica. So love it. That'll be a really fun gig. So I've got that. I've got Monday tonight, Chinese checkers. Friday night, I'm going to be doing sound at the Golf Hotel, and I'm also, and I'm playing solo on Saturday. So it's going to be a busy week, but quite out of the ordinary for me. I'm doing a Monday gig in a Chinese restaurant. Doing sound on Friday. And then I'm doing a solo show at a place I can't pronounce. So that's going to be really fun. I hope you guys can join us. Until then,
never a boring day.
Please make sure you subscribe if you're listening to this on YouTube.
Or iTunes.
Exactly.
Or any other podcasting catching app.
Literally just Podbean, as it.
Podbean.
The Podbean.
Anybody who's listening for Android, I use a podcatcher, an app called Podcast Addict, which is really good.
Right.
So you can do all sorts of stuff, and you can make it download stuff automatically, which you should definitely do with this show.
That's great. So you can almost schedule it so that you're like, oh man, I forgot to get my favourite podcast. Oh, it's already there.
Which is and it's great, and it will automatically delete when you get to the end of the episode.
Are we able? Is our stuff on there?
Oh yeah, it's all on there.
Okay, so if you go on Podcatcher and you have missed the last week's show or this week's show, then you can go on Podcatcher.
Podcast Addict.
Podcast Addict.
Yes, which is a podcatcher.
Podcatcher. You want a podcatcher app, so get Podcast Addict. And it will download our podcast. As soon as we put it up.
As soon as it comes out, eventually.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we are both very busy people. I apologise. We two guys all trying to make it in the old music industry, but also trying to make sure that we can be entertaining to you guys as well.
Which I hope we are.
Well, if you have liked the show, please let us know. If you've hated it, please also let us know and tell us how we can improve. It's all a learning
and
experience.
And if it means getting rid of both of us, then we will make a
if you just want the and show.
If you want the and show, that's really going to be hard to Google. To search on Spotify.
So the only thing in there that people that Google wouldn't search for would be show.
That's it, because it would mind take out and
the metadata would just be awful.
So just show. That wouldn't work, would it?
Oh no. But so
we'll see the camp show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank you guys for listening. You've been absolutely fantastic.
Tell people that you're listening to us.
Exactly. I was going to play some Ghosts of Men, but I realised that we play Ghosts of Men quite a lot. I'm going to play some Thinking Men. The event that I went to last Saturday was called Men, because it was Thinking Men and Ghosts of Men.
But not Menly Men.
But this song by the Thinking Men, who played with the Ghosts of Men, is called Machine Made Men.
Wow, so Thinking Men, Machine Made Men at the gig Men.
And on that note, I've been Josh Locke.
I have been... Wow, we're giving our full names out, are we? I've been Harley Cotton.
And we love you. Bye.
Bye.